If you learn to control your mind, you can control your destiny. If you learn to control your mind, you can control your destiny. I want you to pay attention to this clip of Ronaldo because it's going to be relevant for later.
Tu bate, passa da barreira, o mesmo descer. Pra ti é normal, bate no gol, pá.
If you want to accomplish anything in this life, it all starts with desire. Anything you want in this life has to start with desires. Once you have that desire, it turns into a goal. I'm always talking about goals because it is crazy how much people don't have goals. I believe only 3% of the population has written goals, and that's a damn shame. But a desire is a goal, and that's where everything that you want in this life has to start out as. But a lot of people start with the desire and they never move past that. They never move to the steps or any of the processes to get what you want. That's what I'm going to explain in this video. Now, everything worthwhile requires sacrifice and some sort of difficulty. But if you really want it, if you really, really want it, you'll have to go through these things to get to where you want to be. It is a requirement in order to grow into the person that you need to become to get whatever it is that you want. And I'll break down exactly how you do it in 6 steps. So we already briefly went over the first step. Choose what it is that you want to have. That's extremely important. Most people never set goals, so most people never even really get started because they don't set any concrete goals. Desire is one thing, but having specific goals takes it to a whole nother level. For example, when I was overweight and I was 210 pounds, I wanted to be specifically 168 pounds. Whenever you're setting a goal, you need to have a specific goal. A goal isn't, I want to be rich. A goal is, I want to make $150,000 a year. That's a tangible goal. That's a real goal. If you say you want to be rich, that's vague. The universe doesn't know what you're talking about. So you have to be very specific. And that's why I chose number 168, because it was a weird number, but it was very specific and I could lock my brain into it. The second step to getting whatever it is that you want in this life is choosing what you intend to give in order to get it. You have to give to get. There's nothing you can ever receive without giving something first. In my weight loss example, I had to give up certain food. So I decided I was going to give up bread, cake, cookies, anything that was a processed carbohydrate. And that's what I was going to sacrifice in order to get what I wanted to get. There's no such thing as something for nothing. So the second step is to decide exactly what it is you intend to sacrifice or give up to get where you want to get to. The third step is to decide a definite date to get it done by. I'm going to keep using my weight loss example for this, but my definite date for accomplishing my weight loss goals was exactly a year from when I set the goal. So I wrote it down. I believe it was June 21st, first day of summer. So I wrote down by June 21st, I'm going to be 168 pounds. You see, if you don't have a definite date, then there's no sense of urgency. If you don't have a definite date, it's just a wish. It's not a goal. All goals must have an end date. We've all been there when we've been studying for a test, or we're supposed to study for a test that's happening later on. And once it gets closer to the test, your sense of urgency goes up. So that's what setting a definite date is going to do for you when it comes to you accomplishing your goals. Setting that definite date is going to give you a sense of urgency, and it's going to give you a timeline for you to realize the goal, which is going to make it a lot more real. Now, the fourth step is to create a definite plan to accomplish your goal. You need to have specific steps. When people think about goals, they think about the macro event. My macro event was losing a certain amount of weight, but there are micro steps that it takes to get there. You can't get to the end result without the micro steps. My micro steps, the small things that I had to do every day, was count my calories, was to get an Apple Watch to make sure I could track my calories, go to the gym every day, take 10,000 steps daily, and weigh myself daily. Now, this might seem a lot, but I was pretty motivated, and that's where we go back to desire. My desire was very intense to lose the weight, so I was willing to take all of these small daily steps in order to get there. It might seem like a lot to you, but I was willing to do anything to get to that point. That's why desire is extremely important. Now, once you create your plan, you should do something right away to get the momentum going. In my situation, what I did was I went downstairs and I threw away all the cookies, all the processed carbohydrates that I had in my cupboard. That way I let my subconscious mind know that, hey, I'm serious this time. This is getting done. I can't stress how important it is for you to not skip this step. Do something immediately towards your goal right away, even if it's small. But just by doing that, you're going to let your mind know that, hey, we're really doing it this time. Step number 5, write down a clear statement of your goal. For example, I wrote down, I'm 168 pounds by June 21st. I'm healthy and fit because I work out every day. Now, in that statement, I have the date that I plan on getting my goal done, what I was willing to do or give in order to get it, which is working out daily. Make sure that your statement has those things. Now, the 6th step is to read the written statement out loud once before you go to bed and once when you wake up. If you're new to this type of thinking, this might seem silly, but don't skip this step, no matter how silly it sounds. If you really want to get to where you want to be and you really want to accomplish that goal, you should be willing to do anything for it. And it's not like I'm asking you to do anything crazy. It might seem a little weird to you right now, but it's not crazy. And if you think it's a little bit out of the box, check out this clip.
I actually haven't even told anyone this, but I spent the last week just writing over and over to myself, I will be Olympic champion, I will be Olympic champion. Maybe, gosh, like 500 times I wrote it down.
Seriously?
Yes, over and over and over again to drill it in my head, in my notes on my phone. And I just did it over and over again every day. I woke up and I did that. I envisioned the race and then I went about my day. You have to believe it. You have to make yourself believe it, even if you trick yourself into believing it. In my head, it had already happened.
Yeah.
I had envisioned the race so many times that it was already my reality.
Now, I started off with that clip of Ronaldo, who's considered by many to be the greatest soccer player of all time. And now we have a clip of an Olympic gold medalist telling you the steps that I'm now suggesting that you take. So if you thought it was out of the box or you thought it was unrealistic, these two elite performers are showing you that it's something that they do on a regular basis. Ronaldo was saying his affirmations, his goals out before he took the shot, and she wrote down her goals and she would read it over and over again. This is not just a random YouTuber telling you this stuff. Many successful entrepreneurs and elite athletes use these steps in order to get their goals accomplished. Now, I honestly believe that if you follow these steps, these 6 steps, you believe in it and you never give up, that you could pretty much get whatever you want out of this life. I'm using it right now, and I've been using it since 2017, and I've accomplished opening my own business, getting my dream body, getting the dream car that I'm in right now, or one of the dream cars. All these steps I use consistently, and I'm telling you, it's worked for me, so it could work for you because there's nothing inherently special about me. Keep following my journey because I have a couple goals that I'm working on right now that I'm going to accomplish around this time next year, and I'm going to keep you up to date with what's going on, but you're going to see the reveal around this time next year of the goals that I have planned now coming true. If you're serious about your goals, follow these steps to the T, and I could guarantee you within a year, you're going to see massive changes in your life. I honestly hope you get what you want. I want to see everybody win. There's enough room for all of us to win. And with all that being said, thank you for your time, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.